Alright everybody, here's an overview of my Fawn normal channel preset that I've made. It is using an impulse response loaded up in this block. It is actually an Ownhammer free impulse response. It's this OH412 Mesa V60 OH203, and you can find it on ownhammer.com. Scroll down and on the left it'll say free cab IRs. Go in there, download them, and if you'll put all of them in there, all of the quick start folder in the Helix, it'll be under number 25, or you can go digging and find this number. Just make sure that when you load your IR, it's set to number 25 or this, whichever. Alright, so let's get into it. So I'm just going to show you the editor here. I've got 4 snapshots set up. One is a verse setting. So that is at the LA Studio comp, just as it comes. There's no extra, fiddling on there. I literally dropped it in, and that's it. Volume pedal I have set to expression 1. My amp is an AC Fawn normal channel, and I'll let you see what that looks like. There are my settings. The impulse response, again, just as it comes. Just make sure it's that this file name. And then it jumps down here. There's a harmonic tremolo, some delays. We'll get into all that. So the verse setting is literally the LA Studio comp, volume pedal, amp, impulse response, and a little bit of chamber reverb. And here's how that sounds on a Nash Telly neck pickup. Middle, bridge, so it is a little dirty. If you guys are used to running clean amps, just back off your volume controller, the EXP1, which is the volume pedal. It cleans up nice, but I like that edge of breakup. On the bridge pickup, you can really get after it. So that's that. Second snapshot is a chorus, which I add the Timmy pedal, and in stomp mode, it is also on the bottom row. So it's the LA Studio comp, Timmy, volume pedal, amp block, IR, and a little chamber reverb. Bridge pickup. Middle. And neck. So really love that sound. It's a really great chorus sound. Next snapshot is number 3, and it's going to add this Klon style pedal, gain super low, tone about mid, and then level up. So you get that kind of crunchy. You can palm mute stuff, or it's good with just for big chords. And then my fourth snapshot, is I have the Supro preamp model. The drive pretty high, the bass a little low because it gets flubby. As you can see, the tone and treble are about halfway, 100% master. Channel volume, I usually leave that around 5. So with all the other drives off, here's how's that sounds bridge pickup. So definitely a little more spongy, saggy. If we add the Timmy with that, gets a little more kind of just loose and flabby. It's great for the lots of sustain. So none of the snapshots, as I have them configured, have any delay or reverb changes. So I figured you guys could do that per song as you needed them. But I'll take you through and show you what kind of mods we have. So this first mod here is a harmonic tremolo. It is set to 1/8 notes of the tempo tapped, which is 110 right now. So super chewy. Works great with the Timmy, so I'll turn the Timmy on for that. And in stomp mode, that is the top left switch. So easy to get to. This volume block, volume pedal, sound to expression 1. Amp, IR, again, we'll talk about the second line in just a second. There is a chorus here. I'll assign it per snapshot sometimes, but I don't have it assigned to a foot switch in stomp mode. Just don't use it enough for that. Does sound good. Big rich chorus. The first delay we've got is a digital delay with mod. It's the vintage digital, super great for the dotted 8 thing. You guys know what that is? Not a ton of mix or feedback. Sometimes I'll leave this on all the time if I'm playing rhythm, say with the Klon. Doesn't get in the way, but it gives some space. Next delay we've got is the Adriatic delay on quarter notes. And again, not super heavy in the mix or on the feedback. So pretty cool. I like to leave that one on a lot when I'm kind of just strumming chords. Gives a little ambiance. So next is the transistor tape, and this one's set up for dotted 8s, but lots more mix, as you can see, lots more feedback. So definitely my ambient kind of delay. So if you stack the quarter, say in the Timmy, you got kind of so cool. Next is the reverbs. The chamber stays on most of the time. It will be on all the snapshots by default. Just a cool kind of, without it, the Helix, you can kind of tell it's digital. It's a little dry without it. You don't really ever hear a guitar in that context. It's always got a little space to it. So pretty cool. I'll leave that on most of the time. It's also set up on a foot switch, so turn that on and off as you please. Next is a plate reverb that I've got set pretty washy. I've got the low cut on 90 hertz and the high cut at 4.6, just so it doesn't take over the whole frequency. Stay on for a while, which I like. You may not like. Might want to pull this down. Whatever, it's up to you. I have these set to where if I have a long delay on or a long reverb on and I want more, I can turn the chamber on. If I have a short reverb on and then need more, I'll turn the plate on. meant to stack. Neither of them sound amazing on their own, but 1 + 1 = 2, so whatever. So we'll turn this off. One of the last things, I have just a straight tremolo, just a pretty choppy tremolo, and if you'll notice, the speed here is controlled by one of these controllers. Oops. So controller assign, we have to EXP2. So if I stomp to EXP2 and then change the speed, you can see that the speed's changing there. So at the top of the sweep, it sounds like this. That's about as fast as I'd ever want it. And then, like at the end of a song or something, I can turn a couple reverbs and a delay on, and we'll end it. So, the addition of a speed controller makes that tremolo pretty useful for me. Cool. Alright, and then, so the last thing, pretty cool, I've got this volume set up, also on Expression 2. So I can't use obviously the tremolo speed and this on the same one, but usually don't ever do it like that. Let me tell you why. I have returns 3 and 4. I just got an email. I have returns 3 and 4 set to come in here, go through this volume pedal, and then out to the multi. And what I do is I put in an 1/8 inch to 2 1/8 inch TRS to 2 mono 1/4 inches into returns 3 and 4, and I plug them into my computer. And so what happens is I can play along with a track that I'm trying to learn or whatever, and as you do that, you can pull in the volume with your expression pedal. You can pull out the volumes. Let me show you. So expression pedal 2. So if you put it all the way at 0, you can isolate your guitar parts. Just, as you're trying to get your tones and whatever, you can push it all the way to 100 to play along or anywhere in between, which is really great for practicing, especially the week-to-week guys like me and probably like you. We've got tracks we need to learn, so instead of having the Helix headphones on and then trying to use your phone or trying to use your computer for Planning Center and then run the Helix into it and something crazy, I just run my computer straight into the Helix, and then my headphone out of the Helix gives me my rehearsal track and my guitar sound all in one. So if you guys have any questions about this, let me know. The last thing in this is a pretty valuable thing as far as live work goes. I always have a low cut, high cut here at the end set to 80 hertz and 4.5. The first time I played the Helix live without this, everybody thought it was brittle, it was shrill, it was whatever. Really quickly I bent down and put on a low cut, high cut, turned this high cut back to 4.5, and it was like there was an amp in the room. It was so natural sounding. So it just cuts this 80 hertz. Your sound guy's going to do it anyway, so why not go ahead and send it to him with nothing less than 80 hertz, and then he's probably going to shelf you right around 5K or 4.5, so why not go ahead and do that. That way you need nothing on your channel. He can gain you up to unity, and then you're right there. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about my Fawn normal patch, the impulse response I'm using, how I use the reverbs and delays and drives, stomp mode versus snapshot mode, the high cut, the addition of the returns 3 and 4 to use MP3 player, your computer, your phone through that path too, just let me know. Thanks so much. Enjoy.